A long and rich tradition of Lent has been making the Stations of the Cross with Jesus. Station by station, step by step, we journey deeper into the Paschal mystery of the suffering and death of Jesus. Now, as we enter this graced season of Easter, NACMS is offering a weekly reflection on the stations of Easter, supporting our growing relationship with the risen Jesus. The fifth station of Easter, meeting the risen Jesus on the shore. We adore you, Jesus Christ, the risen one, for by your holy obedience through the Paschal mystery, you have redeemed the world.
We read in John's Gospel, Jesus revealed himself again to the disciples, this time by the Sea of Tiberias. Simon Peter and 6 others went fishing, but that night they caught nothing. Just as day was breaking, Jesus stood on the shore, yet the disciples did not recognize him. Jesus called out to them, "Children, do you have any fish?" When they answered no, Jesus told them to cast their nets off the right side of the boat. They made such a huge catch, they were hardly able to haul it in. The disciple whom Jesus loved said to Peter, "It is the Lord." When they got to the shore, they saw a charcoal fire with fish laid out on it with some bread. Jesus said to them, "Bring some of the fish that you have just caught, and come have breakfast." Now none of the disciples dared ask Jesus, "Who are you?" for they knew it was the Lord. Jesus took the bread and gave it to them, and so also with the fish. This was the 3rd time Jesus was revealed to the disciples after he was raised from the dead. When they had finished breakfast, Jesus said to Simon Peter, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" Peter replied, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you." Jesus then said to him, "Feed my lambs." Jesus asked a 2nd time, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" Peter again said, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you." Jesus replied, "Tend my sheep." A 3rd time, Jesus asked Peter, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" Peter was grieved to be asked yet a 3rd time, and he said to Jesus, "Lord, you know everything. You know that I love you." Jesus said to him, "Feed my sheep."
At this 5th station of Easter, we hear the risen Jesus speak to us as he spoke to Peter. "Do you love me? Feed, nourish, and tend my sheep." Through this encounter of the risen Jesus, we come to a deeper realization of what in us feeds and nourishes others. It is in and through our love for the risen Jesus that we become a caring presence to others. In his risen life, Jesus invites us into a new relationship with himself and with others. The 3-part conversation that Jesus has with Peter recalls the new commandment that Jesus gives in John 15. "If you love me, you will keep my commandments, and my commandment is this: love one another." Let us listen to these words of Peter's successor on this theme of caring for others. In Fratelli Tutti, Pope Francis writes, "At a time when everything seems to disintegrate and lose consistency, it is good for us to appeal to the solidity born of the consciousness that we are responsible for the fragility of others as we strive to build a common future. Solidarity finds concrete expression in service, which can take a variety of forms in an effort to care for others. And service, in great part, means caring for the vulnerable members of our families, our society, our people. In offering such service, individuals learn to set aside their own wishes and desires, their pursuit of power, before the concrete gaze of those who are most vulnerable. Service always looks to their faces, touches their flesh, senses their closeness, and even, in some cases, suffers that closeness and tries to help them. Service is never ideological, for we do not serve ideas, we serve people." Thanks for listening to our meditation on the stations of Easter. Check in each Saturday in Easter for a new station. For more resources about the Marianist charism and spirituality, check out our website at NACMS.org. Thank you for listening.
Regina Celi, letare